We begin with seismic breaking news out of the NBA as we come on air. Brian Custer, Matt Barry, Shams Charania, our NBA insider with us. Kendrick Perkins here to break all things down. This is the one we've been waiting for, Shams, and it happened within the hour. LeBron James has made his decision.
LeBron James has informed the Los Angeles Lakers that he is moving on. He told the Lakers that they can move on with their business this offseason because he will be playing his 24th NBA season elsewhere. So now LeBron James departs the Lakers after 8 years. He won the 2020 NBA championship there. He will now hit NBA free agency tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm told happiness is the biggest factor in his decision to leave the Lakers and to go elsewhere. Wherever he ends up, it's about where will he and his family be happy. From my understanding, it's not going to be a money-driven decision. This past year, we saw LeBron James at the age of 41 lead the Lakers out of the first round without Luka Doncic, without Austin Reeves. But this has been a Lakers organization that has been trending in different priorities right around Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves. And so today, LeBron James, there's a lot surrounding this decision. And whether he was going to stay or leave, he decides to let them know on the eve of free agency he will be moving on, and so should they.
All right, we're going to unpack this from several different angles because there's so many ways to attack it, but this just happened, so we want the organic reaction to this news. So, Perk, with you, your reaction, 8 years in L.A., LeBron decides to say farewell.
Well, the Lakers just fumbled the bag, and they did that when they chose to prioritize Austin Reeves over LeBron James. A blind man could see this past season that outside of Luka, LeBron was more valuable and more important to this franchise as far as them trying to get where they're trying to go, and let's get back to the promised land. LeBron James was still playing at an all-NBA level. Don't look at the numbers. He just happened to take a back seat because that was the ask of him. But again, when you think about Bron and you think about how he moves, he waited to see if the Lakers was going to prioritize him first. And he probably got in his feelings, which led to this decision, and rightfully so. We're talking about the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. Still playing at a high elite level, still is doing things that we haven't seen before. And on top of that, he was the leader of that squad. He was the leader of that locker room. And leadership comes not just from your production in between the lines, it comes from your voice, the way that you approach your craft every day, the way that you arrive at the arena, the practice facility, the examples that you're setting for us, how you're taking care of your body. He was that in that locker room. And so now Luka Doncic is going to have to elevate his game even more from a leadership standpoint. And J.J. Redick is now going to have to coach his ass off because he don't have that floor general on the floor anymore when it comes to LeBron James, who's, by the way, one of the highest IQ guys that we have ever seen.
All salient points there, Perk. I think we tend to forget, especially during the season. Yeah. You know, LeBron took offense to them saying, all right, now you need to be the third wheel, and this is Luka. And then he sees Austin Reeves get, obviously, the extension. You take a pay cut. Wait a minute.
I'm LeBron.
And I'm the guy.
About 41.
Exactly.
Right.
So I think, Shams, people are going to look at this and say, okay, so this means he's going to Golden State. So what's the pursuit there with Golden State and now LeBron?
All of the leagues and contenders will go pursue LeBron James now formally. There are already a dozen teams out of all the teams that feel like they have a playoff shot at an NBA championship that were getting in line to pursue LeBron James. When I talk to teams around the league, there are a few that really stand out from the pack. It's the Golden State Warriors, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Miami Heat as far as where LeBron James could land. But again, this is going to be a free agency process. LeBron James right now, he's in Ohio spending family time. He's going to make a decision on his own time. So could there be someone that gives him a pitch starting tonight when free agency opens up at 6 p.m.? But we've been reporting it here on ESPN the last 24 hours. Right. Draymond Green's decision to decline his $27.7 million player option was made for a reason. And that reason was to give the Warriors flexibility to go out and pursue LeBron James and potentially Anthony Davis via trade in a package deal. And so if you were LeBron James and you look up in 3, 4, 5 days from now, there's a Warriors team there with Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, and Draymond Green. I think that's a pretty darn good pitch.
I'm happy you brought up Draymond Green, by the way. He obviously released his podcast earlier this morning. This is what he had to say about him opting out.
When in a position to try to help better our team, to try to help better this organization, I am always intrigued by that route. You know, so opting out, I think for us, it leaves optionality. It gives optionality. You know, it allows to possibly do some things. You know, Joe Lacob, Peter Guber, the ownership group has never been one to shy away from doing things that help this team get better. And if I can stand on that same side and have a hand in helping this organization be in a better position, I'm always willing to do that. But that was kind of at the meat of my decision. At the heart of my decision.
Earlier today, I do want to clear some things up in case people are coming in here and seeing what does this mean. Number one, Shams did a great job reporting it. This means that LeBron James is a free agent to the entire league. That's part one when it comes to 6 o'clock. Part two, this also means that Draymond Green did this, as Shams described, to give the Warriors an opportunity to pursue LeBron James. Like you said, 12 other teams will. So, Perk, I'm going to segue with you to that because you heard Shams list a couple of teams. The Heat, one of them, I think we all expected Cleveland. We know Golden State. They've made their intentions out there. From where you sit, where would LeBron be best served to end his career?
Well, I mean, that's all. Because, like, LeBron James need to have his phone on Do Not Disturb. Because every team that's considered a title contender needs to at least be shooting their shot. If I'm the Minnesota Timberwolves, if I'm Anthony Edwards, I'm calling LeBron James. If I'm Jokic, wherever he at, if he's riding his horses, I'm calling LeBron James. If I'm the New York Knicks, I'm calling LeBron James. Like, LeBron James moved the needle. LeBron James is going to put butts in the seat. And Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors, let's not act like they're not afraid to get uncomfortable. Yeah, Draymond opted out, and he said it just right. Hey, whatever it takes, basically, for us to go out and have a chance to compete for a title. We know that Draymond went in the car and was crying to Kevin Durant for him to go to Golden State. It's not going to be any different when it comes to LeBron James. Everyone needs to be on the phone. Everyone needs to try to convince him to come on, because we assuming that LeBron James is only going to play for 1 more year, but he may play for 2 more years.
Whose call
so
should
we
he
don't
take?
know.
Whose call should he take and go?
I mean, to be honest, I would have Golden State at the top of my list. I just think, him and Steph Curry is a match made in heaven. We saw the joy, the happiness that LeBron James is looking for. We saw that when they won a gold medal a few summers ago. And so when you think about what they could do, and I know they would be an older group, but Al Horford, championship experience, in great shape. Steph Curry, championship experience, in great shape. Draymond Green, championship experience, in great shape. And then they just re-signed Kristaps Porzingis. That if LeBron James go to Golden State, it's going to bring new life. And by the way, we talk about guys playing at an elite, we talk about LeBron playing at an elite level, but Steph Curry averaged 26 points last season, shooting 48% from the field and 40% from the three. He has a lot left in the tank as well, and he has been playing at an all-NBA level. So if I'm Braun and I'm thinking about making one last magical run, not only if it is his last year, not just to have the farewell tour, but to actually have a chance to compete while having fun, I would go do it with Steph Curry.
Chomps, listening to what Big Perk was talking about, I know you were reporting too that he said Golden State, especially if you can bring Anthony Davis there. But I'm sure people over in Washington are like, hey, we didn't say we're trading Anthony Davis to Golden State. I don't know if there's anything there that we want. And I think the Cleveland aspect is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What could Cleveland do to entice LeBron to come back home to Cleveland?
There could be sign and trade possibilities with the Cavaliers. If you look at a salary that they have, a Max Strus or Jared Allen, still unsure what that looks like. But again, this decision will be driven by happiness, not money. And if that's the case, could it be exceptions? Could it be minimums? That's what LeBron James and Rich Paul, that's what they're going to sort through. But like Perk said, he just listed a couple teams. Like Denver is a team that makes a lot of sense for LeBron. I wouldn't rule any team that goes into next season that feels like it has a legitimate chance to contend and have interest in LeBron James as a suitor here, because he's a free agent. And so, and there's not a ready-made spot for him necessarily. Like even the Warriors, if he joins Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, sure, happiness might be there, but what if you can have happiness and an ability to contend? So there could be multiple layers to this.
You bring up Miami. Remember, Giannis just went to Miami. So now you're thinking, well, wait a second. He did this before with Chris
You don't
Bosh.
think Pat Riley wants LeBron James back? I'm sure he would want LeBron James back with Giannis and Bam.
We've seen him do it. And I don't get mad at me for asking this, because I think now the next thing people are wondering is, when could a decision be made? And with LeBron's decision, it's kind of a bad conversation. But when do you how long is this recruiting process going to take place?
It could certainly take a process. I mean, if it's a team like the Warriors and it's dependent on who they could go and acquire, that could take some time, right? The trades don't just happen in a day or so. But I do think overall, LeBron James is, again, back in Ohio, spending family time. There's a lot now from this. Just getting to the decision of leaving the Lakers is one thing. Allowing the Lakers to move on with their offseason so you can move on with yours, that's one thing. The next step for LeBron James is figuring out, sitting down, where is the best opportunity for him, not only to be happy, but to also win and also put himself in a position where he and his family can move forward here. It's not clearly the Lakers.
Perk, your boy LeBron just blew up your summer, because we're going to have you on every single day now to speculate. Your summer's gone. Shams, your phone's going to be working throughout the day. If there's any more breaking news in this hour, you'll get it to us. Perk, Shams, great stuff, as LeBron will be a free agent.